And we have Arakni. Arakni's always fun. Almost tempted to put those sinks in against them now that I have access to more of them. Decisions. No, I'll leave it as it is, I think. D-reacts are always nice. I worry about putting too much red to the deck. The deck is already short 3 blues in my opinion that I really want to try and work out how to get in there. Okay, good. I'm going to give him this root bound. Mostly because it cycles my hand and I'm looking for something big off the top. That is fine. Come on, blue. No, no blue. Sad. Puts me in an interesting place. I think we're doing that. I just want to threaten this arsenal basically. Much as the E for Flare for 7 was slightly more damage, I'm more interested in taking the cards. Well, deck making fun of me at this point. I feel like I don't care about this. We do have a block. That's 2 rampants back in the deck. But it's worth it for the tree, I think, especially with this going. Do I care about you? No, honestly. Just be marked. See what we get off that. Yeah. They're coming in pretty hot. Okay, so there's no way to keep the channel. I kind of knew that was going to be the case because, you know, I had another fruits, but double pitching blue. Oh no, I could have because of the blood rot. Maybe I should have. There's a line I didn't think of at the time. Yeah, the blood rot would have kept me in my tree. But, you know, c'est la vie. And we're going to use this healing potion up because, like, all the rampants are on the bottom. So it's unlikely I'm going to get any real value from it. Just unfortunately bad deck ordering. Got a rampant at a good time though, because I've not seen any of my big bomb cards, and we're about to turn on the ability for them to do 6 and 8 damage. Ring of Roses is here, that's also pretty good. This is still all fine. I should have clicked that fruits. That was a bad choice, but whatever. It's going to be another turn where I try kind of not to block. Could have sheltered the claves. I just don't think it's worth it given how little I'm going to block this turn. And that they are claving me repeatedly suggests that their hand is not very exciting. Yeah, don't want that. I feel like they're going to have some sort of effect here. They always have an effect. That's why we're being careful on like how much we give them, so that I've got cards left. This is another poor hand. Oh, this is bad enough that I might be declaring no blocks, so that I can definitely get the felling off, because I need to switch tempo on them a little bit. Basically the problem, if they hit a banish, this is going to just fall apart. Oh, never you mind, I'm going to get stuck with it anyway, so we'll we'll give them that, and then we've got the route bound to come back at. Quick look. 2, 3, yeah, we're fine with that. Oh, I apologise for the dog. The dustbin lorry is driving past and he hates it. As you can tell. Not happy with that. There's also more dogs barking outside, so, you know, just a great day to listen to him be an idiot. Trying to distract him. Because I'm sure everyone wants dogs barking in their audio. What I wouldn't give for a blue. Okay, it's turned into crap Arakni as well, which is good. Is this lagging? I think he's still got to pass something, I'm not sure. There it is. Okay, so we have a way to play this now. And quite a good blocking hand. So my ideal here is basically to we'll put the back skin on that, I think. There's not much point. I forget that all of these have piercing just to make them super unblockable by not like other daggers, unfortunately. So this is potentially a really bad block because they might have the 6 point swing, but we're still going to play into it because, you know, they might not have the 6 point block. Okay, they have shred, we're fine with that. I think we want to start throwing the fellings. It's difficult because that pulsing ether's not bad. Maybe one more pulsing ether turn because this is amped slightly. Yeah, we'll do this. The temptation with the felling is obviously that it gets my ability online, but like this is 7 in itself, which is pretty big. We still have a channel in the bin, so if he ever has a turn that is soft on removing my stuff, I can absolutely light him up. And the only thing I want to be careful about is the life differences. Spend forever being marked, though it's not worth blocking out the marking, in my opinion. And I don't mind them using all their hands to chip me for ones, because I can regain ones really easily. So So we're expecting this. We'll give them the pulsing, and we'll give them the autumn. That'll be fine. Finally get that felling in. But to be honest, this is a big turn to start landing it, so you know it's all good. Go up to 8, so I've now got an ability on possibly the last turn of the game. Full block is good. Free card hand is also good. And this hand is bad. The upside here is that nothing is actually going to hit me. Some damage might, but don't care about the flick knives. Okay. Four, 7, 9. Don't need to decompose, so I won't. And if they do have any shreddy stuff, like I thought they might, it wouldn't have made a difference. So their whole hand for my hand. Is what it is. Prognosis is annoying, but I don't know that there's much I can do about it. I can block with a yellow to kind of give them one more miss when they pierce this in some way. Bye-bye blue cards. The question here is, what do we do? We could arsenal a card or we can ping them. The ping them gets us more value, I think, honestly. Feels weird doing it like that, but I just don't think I'm going to get time to. I could maybe have played the CNC out without problem, but I'd be struggling on the other stuff. You know, I'm just desperately trying to walk them down into the kill range here, and this is looking sort of promising. It's getting very close, and I didn't really have much of a way to finish them, which is a shame. Going to rely on them not killing me off this. If they've got +3, I just die. The go again is going to be a problem, isn't it? Yeah, let's just go. They're just a little bit fast. I was a little bit inconsistent in those last couple of turns. So, you know, is what it is. Just pass. Good game. Somebody was saying to me the other day that they don't think Arakni can ever beat Verdance. And I think I've got 2 filmed games now that kind of show that they can. They just have to draw well, basically. Like, if they don't draw well, it struggles, but like they consistently did a lot. And, you know, again, yeah, that's a 19 damage turn. A 19 damage turn is a lot of damage. You know, I was on the edge there of being able to actually close that out still. You know, I could have bought another turn there by using the hat, throwing the potion, you know, doing some blocking, but it's not worth faffing with, honestly. Like, because I'm just going to be in that constant cycle, and at 11, like, I mean, I suppose I could have played another turn and seen if I got a God Hand, but statistically, it's like 1 in a million. But, you know, this whole thing of just being able to throw, you know, banish effects and disrupt constantly can be very, very powerful. And, you know, I'm just a bit shy. You know, I don't think anything went disastrously wrong for me. I just could not get them chipped low enough. My ability wasn't on quite as quick as I needed it to be. Yeah, you know, it is what it is, and Arakni can definitely high rollers, both Araknis. And it's very hard to deny them that go again, because if you start blocking into it to try and prevent it, you often just get clapped for it. You know, there's a little bit of hindsight here with that previous attack. Maybe I should have fed them the heartbeat, and then I could have arsenaled the healing potion. But it's that classic problem of, if there is a shred, if there is a +1 damage effect, I lose. and that's essentially the problem, right? You don't want to be playing around the, if there's a +1 damage effect, I lose, which is the backbone of Arakni's cards. But, you know, it is what it is. I think it played out fine. Just sometimes Arakni does well. And, you know, I prefer decks to be able to have a chance at winning. You know, like, people get really gloaty with this, like, oh, it's 100% win rate into this deck. And I'm like, that's bad game design, right? You know, Arakni should be able to beat me. You know, ideally, Arakni should be able to beat me, like, half the time, assuming they're as good as me. That's the perfect state of balance. You know, it's not like Prism design with the I auto lose to 3 decks and I auto beat 6 decks and this is great. No, it's awful design. You know, I like Arakni games. You know, they are interesting. There is a lot of squirming and trying to deal with things, and I think that's a big deal. So yeah, you know, it was a fun game. I'll see you in the next one.